It's time to go wild. Good morning. It is the first day of the full-on conference. It is 6 a.m. It is very early. Lineup starts at 6:30 for going in and getting your sponsor tables. It's really exciting. We're really tired. We've already been listening to Taylor Swift this morning, and it's time to go. So let's get started. Go Wild Planner Conference takes place every year in a different location around the United States. This year it was in Arlington, Virginia. This is part 2 of my vlog. You can find part 1 on my channel. And what you are looking at now is the lineup for Friday morning. Friday morning lineup starts very early. Sometime before 6:30, we wrap around the whole hotel, and all of these people are waiting to get into the main ballroom to choose the sponsored table that they will sit at for the first day of the conference.
Oh, it started.
All right, ready? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go wild!
There are about 150 or so sponsored tables by a huge variety of different companies, and this is a very exciting part, but probably the most stressful and chaotic part of the entire weekend. We line up in a very orderly way, but it is a very long line, a lot of hurry up and wait to enter into the ballroom to pick out your table. There is a big variety. You can sit wherever you want, but of course spaces are limited at certain tables. So if you have your heart set on a particular table, it's best to be as far up in the line as possible. My biggest recommendation is to just be flexible. I have always chosen my table based on where it is in proximity to the stage and worried a lot less about what product is on the table. All of the tables are beautifully done, beautifully decorated, and generously donated by all kinds of companies. So there's a lot of different possibilities, a lot of different things that you will be able to pick up. And truthfully, I've met some of the best people just in line waiting. Here is a little peek at the chaos of entering. You can see I was kind of like midway through the line. It is crazy. I am looking for a place with my friend Amanda and my friend Tammy. We all wanted to sit together. We're trying to find a spot that has 3 places. It was crowded. It was hard to find a spot. Some questions that I get asked: if you need extra time, they do make ADA accommodations. So there's a different spot. If you have a wheelchair or a scooter or something like that that you might need to enter, you will enter through a different spot at a different time. That way you're not caught up in this rush. It is exciting. It is fun. It is chaotic. It is a lot. And like I've told a lot of people, this by far is the most stressful part. If you can just let this part go and enjoy wherever you sit, take a moment to get to know your table mates, then you're really going to be able to relax into the conference a little bit more. Let me just take you around and show you a few of the tables, give you a little peek at what some of the offerings were. The table that I chose to sit at was the Crafters Workshop table. It was a table full of stencils, mixed media supplies. I don't know that it was a super popular table in this group of planners, but as someone that loves art journaling, that totally gets excited about all of the stencils, it was the absolute perfect table for me. I very much enjoyed my table mates, and it's fun to see what everyone else gets. I love seeing what all the different tables hold. It's just a great little preview of a bunch of different companies. All right, so once you get settled at your table, then the conference gets started. We have a little dance party here at the beginning for everyone to get excited, to get pumped up, and then we jump straight into the conference. It's an early morning on Friday. It is an early morning on Friday. So you're going to want to make sure you're prepared with snacks, with coffee, and then just get settled in for a fun few days. I definitely took a break in the morning on Friday after having been up so very early to get in line. I took a break, went to Starbucks, took a few moments out of the chaos of the ballroom, and that was everything. It made a big, big difference. So if this feels like, oh my goodness, it's so many people, it is so many people, it is so much fun, but it can be overwhelming. Give yourself a chance to take a break. All right, so we started the day off with one of my very favorite company owners. Her name is VJ. She owns Notique, and she is about to be introduced by the wonderful Laura.
And we're officially here. I don't know, that wasn't loud enough. Who's been planning to go live?
What I can control, what others experience. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Personal image is exactly that, what others experience.
VJ challenged us to write 3 characteristics, 3 adjectives that we would like to present ourselves as to the world. 3 things that we want our presence to show to others. And I loved this exercise because it really makes you think about how you are presenting yourself, how you're presenting, the visual appearance, how you use your tone of voice, all of those things. Mine were positive, bright, and kind. Those are my goals on how I would love the world to see me.
State of Texas. Guys, I don't know about you, but for somebody that has been diagnosed with anxiety, speaking to a room of almost 2,000 people seems like a really bad idea.
Bonnie from Archer and Olive led us through some creative journaling activities, including one that I absolutely loved, which was creating a collage. She gave us this beautiful book, the accordion book, and a Happy Mail package that we could work with. I saved those. Instead, I did some collage with some pieces around my table. It was a really fun activity. I like the hands-on activities. It was hard to hear a lot of the instruction. That was one of my critiques for Go Wild this time. The sound was hard, but I did like all of the hands-on activities that the presenters gave us to do.
So what I want to do is I want to give another 5 minutes or so to work on creating a collage in these books. For me, what helps is to have a center box, maybe a place that you want to take notes, maybe a place you want to save for a picture, hopefully of yourself at Go Wild. And then I'd like to see
Love it. Thank you. Gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you.
Well done.
A little bit. Oh, I just got started. I need some glue.
That is not blue. Don't put that on. That'd be a mess. Cute.
Like I said, I took a little break in the morning to just get away from a million people. So I walked to Starbucks with a friend. I missed a lot of the planner feud, but I heard it was a great time. This was sponsored by Chrissy and Designs. She generally does some sort of trivia game show type situation on Friday morning, and it is a nice little relief from all of the busyness of the day. And then immediately following that was a cloth and paper happy hour sponsored by Cloth and Paper. These were very healthy snacks and treats. You had some coffee, some tea, some soft drinks, a chance to get up and move around. The happy hour took place in a different space than the ballroom that we were in for the morning, so it was nice to change things up. You can see yogurt parfaits, and all of the happy hour was included as part of the conference. So this was not extra. This was extra treats, or sorry, some bonus snacks that were included. So thank you to Cloth and Paper for providing those.
And everybody has aspirations for things in life. I think it's so cool because the whole slogan for this is to plan big and to dream even bigger. I think it resonates so much with me because I started TikTok when I was in quarantine. During that time, I was working at, I don't know if it was actor, but I was working at Home Depot. I was like, I don't like college. I don't know what to do with my life, but I do have this dream to sing and to make music, and I just didn't.
Amber from Damask Love has got to be one of my very favorite people of all time. If you do not follow her on Instagram, I'm going to need you to head right over. It's Damask Love. She is fabulous. Her energy is awesome. She is cute as can be. And she led us through some fun card making. Again, loving the hands-on activities. I think the Go Wild team heard that from last year, how much we enjoyed those, and definitely had more included. It was very hard to hear. This is another reason that I really focus on focus on the proximity that I'm sitting. I like to try to sit as close to the stage as possible so I can hear all of the activities and really follow along. Check out the beautiful card I made, plus some fun new supplies from Alta New, including stamps and a little ink pad. Love the activities.
As a television personality, podcast host, and tape speaker. She is a mother, grandmother, and animal lover who started her business out of her own kitchen. From her craft, memory keeping, wedding, home goods, and organization products over the years, you have probably been in the room with something Martha made. And now you are in the room with Martha herself.
Martha Stewart was fabulous. What an icon. What an amazing individual. She was beautiful. She was sharp. She was quick-witted. I love that they bring in these big keynote speakers. Of course, Martha Stewart is tied into the planning community. She is like the ultimate planner, the ultimate creative, and I know that most of us really were very, very inspired. There's different speakers every year. This is my third Go Wild. The first year they had Alicia Silverstone. Last year they had Renee Goldsberry from Hamilton, and this year was Martha Stewart, and it was a very very enjoyable interview session between her and Lauren, one of the main planners for Go Wild. And I just really enjoyed her session completely. I paid a lot of attention. I didn't really take a lot of notes during her talk, but was very enthralled with her story, with her demeanor, and with just the beautiful way that she carries herself. After these sessions wrapped up on Friday, I headed over to a Live Love Posh affiliate happy hour. This was a special happy hour that Jessica from Live Love Posh put on for her affiliate team. It was so fun. She had some beautiful swag, some appetizers. It's always, always, always great to take advantage of any small events you may see going on. There were some different breakout sessions that happened on Friday, and it's great to be able to break into some smaller groups. That way you really get connected with others that are sharing some of your same interests. So make sure to take advantage of that if you are going to if you are going to Go Wild. If there are any special happy hours or breakout sessions, anything that interests you, really take advantage of those, and it's a great chance to meet some new people. On Friday evening, there was a crop hosted by Zebra, which was fantastic because we got a bunch of wonderful zebra swag. The crop does work similarly to a scrapbook crop in that you're going to do hands-on activities. We practiced some bullet journaling things. We practiced some doodling. It was fun. Bess from Lights Planner Action took us through some activities as well. So this was a fun hands-on event. This particular time, it was very, very long. It started at 7 and went way past 9:30. So it was a very long time to be sitting there in the evening. While I enjoyed the hands-on activities, sometimes I felt like perhaps it could have been a little bit shorter. And again, it was just a little bit hard to hear. There was lots of chatting happening in the room, and for some reason the speakers, it was just a little bit more difficult to hear at this particular event than it has been in past Go Wild. So that part was a bit frustrating, but again, loved all of the different activities. Plus, on Friday night, if you attended the Wild Crop, then you got a special treat. These are mild liner mix highlighters. They have 2 different colors to them, and they make this gradient look, and I am here for it. They were so cool. These are not even on the market yet, but we were able to receive them at Go Wild. Like I said, love the hands-on activities from all 3 presenters on Friday evening. We had Mark from Mark Your Pages, Bess from Lights Planner Action, and Amanda Rach Lee from ARL. And I loved that they taught us some, showed us a little bit about their companies, talked a little bit about themselves. It was a great insight and very much enjoyed the crop. I just wish it had been a little bit shorter. Let me know what you think if you attended. Did you think it was long? Did you think it was perfect? Would love to hear from you. Let me just take you out with a little bit of our doodling, and we'll close out day 1, the official day 1 of the conference.
at the last day of the conference. It is Saturday morning. It is early. We're tired still. Today is not quite the early lineup that yesterday was, because today is not the sponsored tables. Today is just sitting with friends, making new friends, and we're excited to head down. There's a lot of great speakers. And then Planjama is tonight, and I thought I would bring you guys along today. Sorry I didn't close out yesterday. We were tired. So back for the last day of Go Wild. So excited to meet more people and hang out with friends. Let's do it.
Saturday morning of the Go Wild conference is a much more chill vibe. We don't have the crazy lines. This one you sit wherever you want, and there are no sponsored tables on Saturday morning of the conference. You can switch tables from Friday if you like. You can go to the same table. You could sit with your friends. And what happens on Saturday morning is traditionally we exchange Tablemate gifts. So you bring gifts for other tablemates that you meet at Go Wild. So what you're going to do is bring 9 different little gifts to exchange. This is some images of everyone exchanging their Tablemate gifts. It's so fun. This is one of my favorite parts of the entire conference. People generally bring gifts that kind of represent where they're from, have little snacks and treats, bringing in some pieces from their small businesses. It's a very fun vibe, and it's a lot less stressful than Friday morning. You just enjoy the time together.
Please join me in giving our warmest wild welcome. I want to hear you guys clap. If these are someone who maybe you have one of their products, we want to hear you scream. And welcome them here to our wild stage day. So first up, we have Callie Daniel, founder of Callie Daniel. Woo! We have Alicia Darrell, founder of Dolma and Coco.
Look at her pants.
Look at her. Founder of the Crafty Chica. Founder of PostSecret. And last but certainly not least, Sierra Frank, founder of Posh.
Yes,
Oh, let's hype. Woo! Yes, ma'am. Winning. Woo! So cute. So cute. Look at those. Wow.
Welcome. I am so excited to be back at Wild, and holy cow, what a wild thing has been. Jeanette, the Wild team, you all have outdone yourself. This has been such an amazing couple of days. So thank you. Consulting firm, and she is also our 2023 EC Small Brand Business Award. And to make things very interesting, we are also going to invite to stage Ms. Julie Garza. Julie is an OG content creator and also at Julie Plans. And to spice things up just a little bit more, we will be bringing Danny to stage. Danny is a teacher and also a content creator at Danny Plans It.
The Planner Challenge, hosted by Erin Condren, was amazing and wonderful. Basically, these 3 great planners had to challenge themselves to use layouts that were different than what they would normally do, and they had to plan their whole week in 5 minutes or less. It was hilarious to see how they worked through the challenges, and I hope that this one comes back. I always enjoy when the CEO of Erin Condren, Tanya, speaks at the conference. I think she is absolutely fabulous. Have tons of respect for her, and she did a great job hosting this as well.
So, I'm so excited. I'm so amazingly excited. So Anna has a shop that sells a variety of paper supplies, sheet and planner supplies. She's been doing such an amazing job, and we hope that this can give you a little bit of boost to take your next date.
Irene from Simply Gilded and Jerica from Jerica Plans hosted a really fun washi tape workshop. So what we did was create washi art using some beautiful pieces from Simply Gilded. Those were part of the swag that we received on our table. This was a fun process. I actually worked very diligently on mine throughout, but the funny part was that while we were working on our washi art, there was some washi negotiations happening at my table. We each got our own kind of colorway, and everyone got a different one, and so there was a lot of trading, some negotiating happening back and forth. I found it absolutely hilarious, and so when you watch the time lapse of me working on my washi art, you are gonna laugh at the washi tape kind of going back and forth across the table.
Secrets. About 20 years ago, I invited strangers from all over the world to write down their deepest secret on a postcard and mail it to my home. And I flew in yesterday with some extraordinary ones to share with you here. But first, is anybody here brave enough to admit to mailing a secret to the PostSecret? Any brave souls? Yeah? Not people? Not the plan. Secrets. I hope you got out there and get a chance to read some of these amazing secrets that from your community. Post your own, and you can even post responses out there. This one simply says, I called in to work to be here.
Me too!
Nobody's alone with their secret. That's going to be a theme tonight. Thank you for starting it off.
This was Frank from PostSecret. He actually spoke at last year's Go Wild. The most special part of his presentation each and every year has been when fellow planners that are in attendance at Go Wild trust us all to listen to their secret that they have been holding on to. This has always been really emotional. Several of the people in attendance shared some of their secrets. They were there to support each other. It is just such a great representation of this amazing community. It was a tearjerker for sure. I was prepared because I heard it last year, and it was a very moving moment for the convention.
Free your secrets and become who you are. Thank you. Thank you.
The last speaker of the conference was V from Under the Desk News on Instagram and TikTok and all the things. This was very entertaining and very informative. V spoke to us about TikTok, about how to create authentic TikToks that really represented ourselves, represented the things we wanted to talk about, that still reached our target audiences. As a content creator, I very much related to all of the content that was being shared. It was very informative and very interesting. And this was a different type of speaker for Go Wild. Like I said, not necessarily planner related, but still very interesting, motivational, empowering, and informative, which I appreciated. Then we wrapped up with one last swag drop for the conference.
Rockstar in the front. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Love it. Love it.
All right. It has been quite a conference. Today was a very busy day, but we had a great time. We sat at what I'm going to call the cool table because it was so fun, good vibes, and we had a fabulous time. After the conference was over, Amanda and I found two friends that we met up with when we were just kind of wandering around, and we all four went to lunch together, which is kind of what Go Wild is all about. So we had a fabulous time making new friends. Now we're chilling in the room, getting swag organized to try to fit it back into suitcases. And then we're going to head to Planjama. I already got my PJs on. We got the Go Wild on the PJs, and Planjama is across the street. It is pouring rain of epic proportions, so wish us luck getting across the street. But I'll bring you guys along for Planjama, and we will wrap up this conference. All right, walking to Planjama in the pouring rain because there's a covered sky bridge that they closed that we are not allowed to take. They said we are only allowed to enter here, and it is lightning and storming, so that's really unfortunate. Everyone wave while you're still happy. Now you won't be anymore. Here it is. Yay. It is. Everything is content. Everything is content. It's not as hard as, that is very true. I'm with that woman. She's doing the right thing. She's doing the right thing. Planjama is the final party of the entire conference. Everyone is invited. It is sponsored by the Happy Planner. This year it was at Texas Live, which you saw was right across the street. Came a little bit with some challenges because of the pouring rain, but it was so fun. Planjama is for everyone. Everyone wears pajamas. There are lots of appetizers. There is an open bar. There is tons of dancing. Everyone has connected over the weekend. And so this is kind of just a wonderful celebration of our community, a great chance to see everyone one last time before we all go back our separate ways and wrap up the conference. It is so fun. This was actually the first time that I made it to the end of Planjama. I was very proud of myself. It does get loud, it does get chaotic, but like I said, it is a great time. I definitely had a good time getting to connect with some of my patrons that I had only seen for a little bit. I had made some new friends that we had a great time with. You got to see the llama, you got to see all of the people and take all of the photos, and it was just the best way to wrap up a fun weekend.
end, Go Wild is such a special, special conference. Some things. It is exhausting. It is a lot of people. It is a lot of activity. It is early morning. So, yes, you definitely end Go Wild feeling tired, but oh man, will your heart be so full. There are lots and lots of people from all over the country, all over the world to connect with over stationery, over stickers, over paper, over planners. And for some reason, that bond turns out to be pretty darn special. This was my third Go Wild. This was my favorite Go Wild. It was just a very relaxed atmosphere. I got to talk to so many of you guys out there, and it just completely filled my bucket. It was the absolute best. If ever you get a chance to Go Wild, I hope that you do one day. It has been just such a wonderful experience for me over the years. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know your thoughts. What looked the most exciting? What looked the most chaotic? What did you think of Go Wild? Don't forget to check out vlog number 1 plus my swag video. You're going to want to get all the Go Wild info. So check out both of those. And then if you have questions about Go Wild, please, please, please leave them down below. I would love to do an additional video answering all of your questions that you might have before you plan your next Go Wild next year in 2025. I want to give a huge shout out to my entire Patreon community. You all are the absolute best. We would love to have you as part of our community. If you would like to find out more about Patreon, the extra perks, all of the fun goings on over there, you can find the link for that down in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.